That shit strapped up.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I try. I try to, have a different perspective whenever certain sources are advocated. After what Mike did, Super Bowl champion, by the way. I think it was Mike Williams or Mike. All I know is he won a Super Bowl title. Lou Williams had his own opinion, of course, trying to be more respectful over the comments made over Lou Williams. Over Austin Rivers' take over 30 NBA players transitioning over to the NFL, and saying that it was a bit of an over-exaggeration. I feel like we should respect all sports. Okay, we're in the right direction. I'm understanding completely. And then he's going over the takes that certain NFL players be flopping too. There's a sentiment of softness, players exaggerating over calls. That sometimes happen. I won't deny it. And even though the NFL players try to restrain from contact, the big difference is the NBA, you get penalized for contact, of course. You don't want to get a foul and cost your team a possession or points that they should have gotten or play that could have got them more time on the clock. NFL, you have a risk of possibly losing an ability to walk. Like, I think nobody will deny that Tyler Lockett is one of the best receivers in the NFL and has a long stability because of his time to grab a completion and only get downed off contact. No diddy. Come on. You can't deny that. As much as Lou Williams said over the skill gap, he was going over that plays, reads, and responsibilities is more of a chess feel that goes over to NFL football. And those were that I felt like we were getting in the right direction until he brought up that learning a jump shot is way more difficult than fucking what? I'm sorry. I don't remember Justin Bieber playing quarterback at the Celebrity Pro Bowl, but oh wait, you can't, because nobody's gonna be full padded. If they let the celebrities play, even flag football, they don't want to risk somebody pulling an ankle. Come on, man. We have guys with one arm playing at a Division I level basketball, and we barely had a guy that had 5 seasons in the NFL lasting with one hand when he played for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that was Shaquille Griffin, one of the Griffin twins, one that had a terrible issue over with one of his hands that ended up with him chopping it off. And then he had a prolific college career playing over at UCF. That got him with his other brother that I think is still in the NFL, that's playing a DB. While Shaquille Griffin didn't really transition that well. And now we have Lou Williams saying that the complexity of, getting a jump shot up and making somebody shoot over a 10-foot hoop is more difficult than a field goal kicker. Being a lineman, being a wide receiver, being an offensive lineman, being a defensive tackle. Remember, you got to move guys on pace and overpower them majority of time. While sticking with your assignment, you got to do this while remotely every play is, memorized. Majority of basketball has plays, but also comes over a bit more improvisation than majority of plays. It's possibly one of the more easier sports to pick up. That only requirement over in the top level is possibly just a height requirement. The NBA level is more stingy or is more versatile than ever. That they want you to pick over a checkbox of you need to be at least 6 foot. Some teams would like you to be 6'5". You get less of ability to be defended well. You can move the ball over in a transition. You have a good consistent jump shot. While NFL, they want you to be athletic. They want you to be strong, very strong, heavy to move, difficult out route running, moving off pace, remember assignments, get over to the block, remember schemes, memorize over playbooks. It takes a lot of time adjustment. Why the NFL only has 1 week of football, while the NBA you could play 3 to 4 games a week. I'm not saying the skill gap is even different, but the difficulty level of even getting yourself over that. Why do you think there's NFL players that still need at least 4 years to transition over to the collegiate level to transition over to the NFL? While we can have Bronny James play barely a season, even starting on USC, and he's cooking at the combine at like 6'1". Luka Doncic is killing you, and he wasn't even over in the collegiate level. Motherfucker was playing over in Real Madrid. And he was a marquee top 5 pick in the NBA. There's an obvious skill gap that goes over to the NBA, but when it comes to even the difficulty level of even getting yourself there, it's kind of easy to determine what's a Division 1 player to a Division 3 player. And just thinking, just tucking your elbow in a line to get your hand over a specific shape, so you can shoot the jumper from at least from the foul line to the 3 into an NBA level 3. That will take, give or take, a few weeks. Teaching your son to be a wide receiver, get to the right body type, be strong enough. Have a good, decent enough wingspan, know the routes, get yourself decent enough footwork while a guy is defending you majority of the time, or they're pushing over reads while the quarterback got to give an accurate throw. While you have while there's only so much time that the offensive line can give you to even get an opening to throw or run through the pocket, that's very difficult. You're telling me that Donovan Mitchell can transition to shooting guard to running back? Come on. Even for Lou Williams, I expected more. And I have way more respect for Lou Williams than Austin Rivers in this depiction. Because Lou Williams has a tenure in the NBA. He has plenty of accolades. So, of course, I at least understand there was a 50, like at least 70% over majority of the argument I agree with Lou Williams. I just felt like that take was a bit silly. That was a bit silly coming from Lou Williams over that one disagreement I had. And just saying that you think Zion Williamson could do the same shit Joey Bosa does, Nick Bosa does, Aaron Donald does. Absolutely not. He will get cooked. These are 300-pound men that can move 300-pound men. Zion can bully a point guard. Congrats. Victor Wembanyama would be absolutely clueless to do on the field, because he is so immobile to move over 120-yard field while trying to move over to the football. What position are you going to put Wembanyama in? There's no way he's going to keep up with some receivers, or even try to catch a quarterback with a certain amount of time while having the muscle mass. So don't be thinking over 30 players, all because they have the frame, does not mean it's going to translate to a different sport. And hell, majority of the time, these are football players transitioning to basketball because there's just a lesser amount of a health risk that goes into playing basketball. You're possibly going to have a tendonitis, your Achilles tear. You get fucking brain damage if you have an extensive career in football. Unless it's a mid-air collision or a freak accident that happens while you're over in the mid-air. Basketball doesn't have doesn't have a higher health risk. The ignorance that comes over to Austin Rivers even saying this was ridiculous. Lou Williams, I agree more over to this take, but this was just depicted ridiculously. And one of the former NFL players came up and with Nick Wright. It was Nick Wright. My apologies, Nick Wright. I apologize, bro. It's so weird to see him with a fully grown beard. But Nick Wright, one of the key reasons of the Green Bay Packers 2010 Super Bowl victory. Oh, 2011. I keep forgetting. Just absolutely disrespected your career. You have 7 years of you had 7 teams over 11 seasons of absolute nothingness. No, that was James Jones. My apologies. And seeing you barely even lasted over in the NBA off rotational time, and you were 6'5" with only 200 nothing. You're only 205. We have running backs that can't even go for a Bama running back, bro. You're not telling me SGA is going to be cooking in an NFL field. Lamar Jackson will stiff arm SGA like what Derek Henry did to Josh Norman back when he was still on the Titans. Yeah, Shannon Sharp going over all of this. Chad Ochocinco, J.J. Watt. LeBron James will get cooked. I'm sorry. Guys, and at least LeBron James would be the extensive answer, because he had quite a prolific career over in high school, transitioning over to football until he knew basketball could be the thing for him. Because it was like 2003. There was already dogs already at the receiving core that he wouldn't be picked over in the draft. And all you have to do is just be a freak of raw talent in high school to be drafted. While, it still takes a lot of muscle, discipline, intelligence over on reading plays, professionalism, and understanding. And just, you'll see the difference over a college athlete and an NFL athlete in just the span of just being a freshman that you won't get when you become a freshman and you already transition over to the pro level in the NBA. Like being a one and done. Like what Austin Rivers, just like how Doc Rivers was with Austin Rivers' mom. I apologize, that's uncalled for. But fuck Austin Rivers. I just respectfully disagree with Lou Williams. Just one of his few takes, possibly because of the various health risks that goes over even taking more contact than you regularly should in the NBA. I mean, in the NFL. When, of course, roughing the passer calls happen, pass interference, defensive pass interference. You're not trying to take that much contact and trying to take over advantage. That does happen in the NFL. I'm not going to disagree with that. But come on. It's possibly the silliest thing when you're saying that shooting a fucking jump shot, when you can teach your girlfriend with no athletic bone in her body to shoot from the foul line to the 3. We got 5'0" females that can shoot Steph Curry range. Come on. And you're telling me Giannis can throw like Patrick Mahomes? You're ridiculous. Just calm down. 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. You don't get in a fucking all-star appearance. Calm down. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Tell me, do you guys agree with some course of majority of Lou Williams' take? You think he dropped the ball a tiny bit over the middle of his take? I just have a light disagreement. It's still fuck Austin Rivers up in here. Fuck the whole Rivers family, in my opinion. Hopefully you go about this with your own opinion. Down in the comment section below, keep the conversation going. Like, comment, subscribe for further more content. I am going to take my Tylenol